indices opened bullish the week yesterday, and then what we had seen a greater fall with the Europe and the US session. We have seen a greater drop in across indices, be it the S&P, Nasdaq, Dow, Germany 40 and FTSE100. So what to expect now from these five major indices today? Are we looking forward for this downside to continue, or the prices have bottomed and we should buy from the current levels? What should be our strategy in order to trade profit trading indices? We're gonna see here with the help of charts and indicators. This is the first update for the day. The next update for the US indices will be released before the US session. This is the only channel to deliver twice a day update as well. The subscribe, press the bell icon, do like, share and comment, join the free Telegram channel for live market updates, and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support them. Let's start. First we look into S&P, followed with Nasdaq, then Dow, and lastly Germany 40 and FTSE100. Watch till the S&P has seen a good drop. It has filled the gap what it has created yesterday with the gap up opening, and right from the highs at 64.20 we have seen it moving towards the critical support at 63.80. Now it is very important for S&P to trade below 63.80, 63.60 zone. This is the ultimate support below which a greater correction to follow. Notice what's happening since then. After the drop, it is bounced back, it is back on the bullish path. Now it is pretty important for S&P to trade beyond 64.10, 64.20 zone. This will confirm another highs here. Notice what's happening. Higher lows here, higher highs here. Trading in this bullish channel appears 64.32, 64.40 should be achievable and should be a greater resistance as well. But I'll say you have to be cautious. Stochastic getting overbought here. The MACD after retracement crossed over, which is a supportive sign for further rise, and the RSI is equally bullish. Look at 2 hour charts. Prices move towards 50 period, trying to bounce back. So now if you see it is staying in fact beyond 6402 levels, expect it to move towards 6410, 6412 first, 642024 second, and then we can expect 6432 and 6450 levels as the next targets. The indicators, the stochastic is rising while the MACD has traded enough bearish here. It can possibly cross over for a buy. Right now I'll say it is not yet confirming bullishness. The RSI is starting to rise as well. On the 3-hour charts, what's happening? It has taken the support from 20 period, showing a reversal. Possibly it could move towards the zone 6410, 12 or 6420 zone. Possibility exists. Yes, the stochastic is rising while look at the MACD, it is still staying bearish, and it is not that it cannot rise further. Look at the bullishness here. So I'll wait for it to cross over in order to confirm the buys. RSI rising here. On the 4-hour chart, similar observation. Now this is pretty important that now the bearishness in S&P is only and only if it trades below 6380, 6360 zone. Else it could bounce back sharp. Stochastic rising. The MACD interestingly has crossed over and right now suggestive of more bearishness while the RSI is looking upwards. Coming to the daily chart. On the daily charts, what we had seen, see, first of all, it has delivered a gap up. It has shown reversal, higher highs, and then a pullback has appeared. Today could be the second candle when it could try to move lower, where it could breach below 6360. And if it trades below 630, we can expect a greater correction to follow. But it is too early to conclude with that. Notice it has formed a greater support here in this zone between 6300 6200 zone, and with that as support it is rising. So the rally still has steam left. If you see the stochastic, this is overbought. MACD is flat, the RSI is also slightly overbought. So considering, I'll recommend you to buy at 6402, expect it to move towards 641012, 642024, and if that is taken, 6032, 6432 and 6450 levels are the next target. So 6402 you can initiate a buy, but with caution till towards the record levels, till the yesterday's high. We should not be treating this as bullish. Hitting highs or hitting lower highs, it can reverse any point of time. On the downside, I will recommend you to sell here at 6392 levels. Expect 6384, 6378 as the first target zone, which is a crucial support zone as well. And if this is taken, then 6370, 6360 should be seen. Below 6360, stay short. Stay short. Possibly it is heading towards 6335, 6300 levels. Take your trades accordingly. Let's move to Nasdaq 100. Likewise, what we had seen for S&P Tech 100 replicating the same, taking the support from 50 period, trying to bounce back also. You can see it is not yet exhausted. It is trying to trade bullish yet. If you see it is staying beyond 23,424, you can buy and expect it to move towards 23,450, 23,500. Till 23,500, 510, it has got a good resistance. Beyond 23,510, it might not pull back. We can see 23,600 plus levels here. Though the support level, see what it has done yesterday with the move here, it has filled the gap and bounced back. So 23,300 is the ultimate support which it has to break. In fact, even if you see it is staying below 23,340, stay with the cells. But 23,300, if it breaks, more bearishness to follow. Stochastic getting overbought, MACD crossing over for the buys, and the RSI flat. Look at 2 hour charts. See, diminishing bullishness is one concern point, but it is higher lows is one a positive aspect. And thus, if you see it is staying beyond 23,420, buy for 23,460, 23,500. Stochastic getting overbought here. The MACD is trading with moderate bearishness. The RSI is staying flat. And if you look at the 3-hour chart, on the 3-hour charts, look at the support it is getting here. See this, the support from 20 and 50 is getting stronger here. Pretty important for tech to trade below 23,200 in order to confirm any kind of reversal. Also see the support coming in at a very good support is seen from 20 period here. The indicators are still having bullishness, but when you see the MACD, see this is crossed over at a slightly higher levels. It is not that it cannot breach further, but for the last few sessions we have seen the current levels offering it a good resistance. RSI rising. On the 4-hour charts, similar observation, support from 20 period trying to bounce back, staying bullish, and the indicators are also replicating the same. Coming to the daily chart, on the daily charts, notice what it has done so far. Yesterday we have seen it delivering higher lows, higher highs, lower highs, and see it has filled the gap here. Filling the gap, it is trying to bounce back today. It has started off the day on a bullish note. It might move towards the highs here. Now that is why I say if it breaches beyond 23,450, 460, stay bullish for 23,500, 510. And if tech trades beyond 23,500, 510, I think we are waiting for a good move towards 23,600. I think the bullishness is diminished here. It might wait for the Fed to decide the direction. Till then, it may stay sideways, or the movement is going to be very, very minuscule, either on the upside or on the downside. So yes, the buying entries are at 23, 420, 430 levels. Expect 450, 460, 23, 500, 510, 23, 600. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 23,370. Expect 23,340, 23,300. Any drop below 23,300 will confirm the next move towards 23,200, the strongest support here. And any drop below 23,200 is a clear sign of a greater correction in making towards 23,000. Trade accordingly. Let's move to Dow Jones. And before we proceed, if you're willing to learn this art of trading, join my mentorship batch. The next batch starts 1st of September. Invest in learning first, which can give you profits throughout life. Reach out to me for details. My Telegram and email IDs are there in the channel and video description. And if you're just willing to trade as per the signals, you can be part of my signals channel on Telegram. Connect with me for queries. Those looking forward to trusted partner which offers you SAF-free account with low SS% and no hidden charges, easier transactions and easier withdrawals from across the globe, you can find the recommended broker link also in the channel and video description. Look on the hourly chart, the resistance at 44,950 is pretty strong. You have to wait for US30 to trade above 44,950, and then we can again expect it to move towards the highs towards 44,500, 45,200 zone. What's happening also, see higher lows, higher highs. On the downside, the support at 44,700, 600 is pretty strong. Though the stochastic is getting overbought, but the MACD after the drop here has crossed over, which is a supportive sign for further rise. The RSI is bullish, and look at the 2-hour charts, it is also looking upwards. I'll just wait for it to stay beyond 44,950 and 45,000 levels, which will confirm a possible further rise. Stochastic is rising while the MACD is trading with moderate bearishness. If you see the 3-hour chart, see here it has taken the support from 20 period, here it has filled the gap, and it has taken the support again from the 20 period. And thus a move on the upside beyond 44,950, more bullishness should prevail here. Though when you see the MACD, this is still not confirming bullish reversal, it is still staying bearish. MACD and stochastic, RSI and stochastic both flat. Look at 4-hour charts. The support from 20 period pretty strong, trying to bounce back. Now notice for the day, it has to trade below 44,750, 700, 650, 600. Till 600, it has got extremely strong support. Any drop below 44,600 is the confirmation of reversal. See, the indicators are contradictory. Stochastic bullish while the MACD is bearish here. And hence you have to just stick to the levels. Now coming to the daily, on the daily charts you can see this. See what we had seen yesterday, it has given a gap up, higher highs, it was outside bands. That is what we had discussed. We have seen a pullback. Now it is possible that it can deliver a second red candle here, and that could also begin the reversal. Notice the drop here was comparatively sharper than this, but it is also a flag formation which it has come out of. So today's move is going to be pretty important. A drop below 44,600 and 500, and then lower levels should confirm a greater correction to follow. But this appears to be a distant dream as of now, as it is still delivering higher lows, higher highs. So now For the day, if you see US30 staying beyond 44,950, stay bullish for 45,010, 45,020 as the first target zone, 45,100, 120 at the second, and then 45,200 levels will appear. Any move beyond 45,200, sky is the limit towards 45,500 very, very soon. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 44,840, expect 44,780, 750 as the first target zone, 44,700 as the next, 44,650 and 600 as the next targets. Below 44,600, the bears are back. 44,500 first target, 45, 44,350, 44,200 and 44,000 will be the targets here. Trade accordingly. Let's move to Germany fund. DAX right from the highs over 24,500. We have seen it dropping sharp here. Notice it has formed a double top before reversing, and also it has come towards the double top. So this is the zone it has to break, which means it has to now trade below 23,900 and 23,800 zone in order to confirm a breakout. Right now it is trying to retrace. It might retrace towards 20 or 50 period moving average, which means it can move towards 24, 100, 200 zone. Though the stochastic is overbought, but when you see the MACD, it has dropped towards the bottom and can try to retrace a little. RSI coming out of the oversold zone. Indicators on the 2-hour charts are almost the same what we had seen on the daily hourly charts. Important thing here is the divergence of the price from the 2050 on the 2-hour charts, which is at 24,200, and hence you can see minimal move here. The movement, look at the drop was sharp, the rise is gradual, and hence it can possibly hit slowly towards 24, 100, 200 zone before reversing again. Stochastic rising, the MACD bearish, the RSI is bearish. Look at 3-hour charts. See consolidation trying to break out. Even if you see it staying beyond 24,040, 24,060 zone, stay with the bias for 24, 100, 120 low zone and 24, 180, 200 zone. If you see the 4-hour charts, similar is the observation. See, higher lows are seen. It might try to break out. It might try to move beyond 24,020,030 and achieve the highs towards 24,100 or 200 levels. Coming to daily, similar observation on the daily charts. Price is moved towards the 50 period, trying to bounce back. This is also a crucial support. You can see this, and notice what has happened. See, after the rise, a drop here. First rise retracement, second rise retracement. It is possible that it can move towards higher highs. Today's move is going to be very, very important, and this is something you should watch out for, that any move below 23,900, 800 should invite more bears towards 23,600 and 500 levels. Stochastic has dropped, the MACD trading bearish, the RSI has dropped. So considering this, what I'll recommend, you can buy here 24,020,30 zone, expect 24,050,60, 24,100 and then 24,200 as the ultimate one. Beyond 24,200 stay bullish towards 24,320, 24,400 levels. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry now at 23,970, expect 23,940, 23,900. Breaking below 23,900, stay short for 23,800. Staying below 23,800, greater correction will follow towards 23,600. Trade accordingly. Let's move to FTSE100. See, what FTSE100 did is, first it has formed a very good support now at 9,000. What it has done, after hitting the highs, it has also given a gap up, and then hitting the records, creating the records, it has shown a pullback. Now it is pretty important for FTSE100 to trade below 9,050 levels, 9,035 levels. If that is taken, 9020 and 9,000 are the targets which it would like to achieve. See, after the rise, it could erase the gains, hitting 9,000 and 8980. Appears difficult though stochastic has dropped. The MACD is also on the verge of a crossover for sell, and the RSI dropping here. Look at the 4-hour charts. See, this was the rise, then the reversal, then the rise, then the reversal. So you can see this is expansion here. Now this is the median, somewhere here at around 9130, 9140 zone. If these levels are taken, stay bullish for 9200 again. Stochastic rising, the MACD is bearish, the RSI is showing a bit of up move, and likewise on the 3-hour charts it is showing a bit of up move, which might take it again about 9100, 9120 zone. Possibilities there. Indicators are showing up. So considering this, what I'll recommend, you can buy here at 9095, expect 9108, 9124 and then 9140 levels. If these three levels are taken, stay bullish for 9165, 9180 and 9200. On the downside, I will recommend a selling entry at 9080. Below this, stay short for 9068, 9050. If 9050 is taken, stay short for 9035, 9020 and 9000 levels. Trade accordingly. Like, share, subscribe and comment. Join my mentorship batch. Join my signals channel. Reach out to me for your queries. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates. And join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Thank you. Have a great profitable trading day. Thank you.